In front, power move. A one-time shot, he scores! Motion left wing side, walks in, he scores! Rich got it. They score! Seals the deal!
Hello and welcome to Gulls All Access presented by California Coast Credit Union. I'm your host, Aaron Cooney. San Diego Gulls photographer Andy Hayt has had an illustrious career spanning over 40 years. From numerous Sports Illustrated covers to capturing some of the most iconic sports images in the last century, Andy continues to leave an indelible mark on the sports world. We sat down with Andy to discuss his career and what it takes to get the shot. Pleased to be joined at this time by San Diego Gulls photographer Andy Hayt. Andy, thanks for sitting down with us.
Thanks, Aaron. Great to be here.
Well, I kind of want to start from the beginning. We got some of the memorabilia, and we got a lot of the photos that you provided us. But where does your journey kind of start in sports photography to where we kind of get now?
Well, when I was a kid, I was not the best student, and I was big on doing artwork and used to draw a lot. And I started when I was about 13, wanting to have my own artwork to draw off of. And I was really big into motorsports and racing. So my mom used to draft me off at the drag strip up in Carlsbad, and I'd shoot my pictures. Then I got into doing darkroom work, and I found that shooting pictures was more fun. So I eventually sort of worked my way up into it and had a career in newspapers. And when I was 19, I went to work for the 18, I went to work for the LA Times in downtown LA. And that was a great experience. It allowed me to shoot a lot of sports, shoot news, features, just a lot of fun. And really, really great time because I got to see a part of history with sports that most people didn't get to see. And from the best angle, and the best part of the job always is that you get to be in the best position and you don't pay for it.
Right. I say the same thing about podcasting is I get to watch the games for free. Right? And,
Exactly.
And a free meal on top of it.
Exactly.
Beat it. How did the LA Times prepare you for what's next, especially if you getting started there at 18 and then...
Well, it's kind of funny. The guy who was the director of photography there, he was pretty smart. He just let me run and do kind of my thing. And he looked at it where, there were a lot of older photographers there. So I was in a position where I had to tread lightly, but at the same time, if I worked hard, the rewards were there. And one of the things that happened was when I was shooting the World Series, the fellow who was the director of photography at Sports Illustrated saw my work every day in the paper when the team was out there in Los Angeles. And he was like, who is this kid who's kicking our butt every day? And he sent a note to my boss and said, who is this kid? And how can I meet him? And so he set up a breakfast, and I went to meet him at a friend's house up in Beverly Hills and had a breakfast. And he made me an offer there. And then I went to work for them, and it was at Sports Illustrated for 11 years.
Tell me about the Sports Illustrated experience. I mean, it is iconic.
It was really great
because
it was kind of still the Wild West. Things hadn't gotten tight. Access wasn't limited. And there was a smaller group of photographers who were really traveling nationally. So it was kind of fun. You got to know everybody and you all had good people to work with. But Sports Illustrated was like, we had a managing editor and executive editor that if you missed it, you paid the price. So you had to be on your game all the time. And I learned that at the Times and before the Times that I really, really needed to always take the attitude of you can't miss the shot. And this applies to any sport you do. You have to be ready for that big moment. And whether it's hockey, whether it's football, whether it's boxing, there is a moment that happens that's boom like that. If you don't have that moment, you go home a loser. So in the sense, we're kind of like athletes. You have to be prepared. You have to know what the teams are doing, and you have to be ready to press the button at the right time and be in the right position. So it's kind of challenging. I think that when I was at Sports Illustrated, the thing that I was most proud of, if I was proud of anything, was that I covered 11 Super Bowls for them, and I had 4 covers. And the covers back then were really, really like the the premium thing that every photographer wanted to shoot when you'd go out on an assignment. And so that was kind of something that I always felt good about, was that I was prepared for all those things. So,
Is there a favorite image from that time?
yeah, it was the high five picture. I was really fortunate that I was at a Dodger game they were playing the Phillies, and it was right before the playoffs started. And I made this very iconic picture that was of the first high five. And that was probably, it's a picture that's shown all the time as the first high five, but I was the only one who took it. So it is kind of, in my heart, it's like the one picture that I had and that I've taken that had a lot of, it had historical value.
San Diego Gulls Special Hockey is a hockey program designed for both kids and adults with developmental disabilities. Recently, Gulls head coach Matt McIlvaine and a few Gulls players had the opportunity to join the club for a memorable practice at Poway Ice.
We are very excited to be skating with the Gulls. They're so supportive of everything we do. We practice here on the same facility where the Gulls practice. So it really gives our athletes a sense of belonging to something, a sense that it's bigger than just what they're doing, and they actually get to do what the players do out on the ice when we go to the games. So, okay, you three are going to be on offense. We're going to shoot the puck in the zone, and we're going to play it out 3-on-2. It means that there's inspiration coming from other places than just us sort of trying to tell them what to do. It's an organization that we can look up to and aspire to, and we have high expectations for all of our athletes. They know that hockey isn't just about being on the ice, it's about seeing them around the rink too, and that's what's really fun. Woo! Oh no! And the community that the Gulls have established, even by hiring one of our players that works at the arena every day, it's a real sense of community at the Gulls game, so that relationship means a lot.
I just like being around them. It makes experience for myself and happy. I want my friends to be happy and all, and I want to make other people happy in the world.
Seeing them today from a month ago, the guys were just so much better. And watching guys that were skating on a net last time to guys learning how to stop over the last month, it's fun to see their progress, but man, that was a great day.
I want to be a good leader for all of them. It inspires me a lot, make them happy and stay focused in what they're doing.
Every opportunity that we get out in the community is a privilege. Getting out with these kids today, this was something special. Of all the many things that we do, today with these kids was a blast for all of us.
We were just out there to have a great time. I mean, they were eager to get out there with us, and we just wanted to make sure that they understand that hockey's fun and they can do it anywhere and anytime.
Coming out with the community, these kids don't always have it easy. So just us coming out there and having fun with them, puts a smile on all our faces. So it just helps us all around.
Having some fun with some really cool kids. They were teaching us a thing or two, and hopefully we taught them a thing or two as well.
Coming up, from scoring goals to sushi rolls, a few Gulls players head to the Joint in Ocean Beach for a lesson in the art of sushi making. Right here on Gulls All Access, presented by California Coast Credit Union. Join the fiesta with the San Diego Gulls as we host Mexican Heritage Night, presented by Cal Coast Credit Union, on Saturday, March 29th at 6 p.m. Arrive early at 4 p.m. for the pregame tailgate and enjoy Lucha Libre Wrestling, a car show, and $8 Light the Lamp lagers. The first 8,000 fans in attendance will also receive a free Gulls poncho. Secure your seats now by visiting sandiegogulls.com/tickets. As the AHL affiliate of the Anaheim Ducks, the San Diego Gulls look to establish a tight-knit, winning culture and provide a strong contingency of talent coming up through the ranks. In this edition of Gulls Grads, let's take a look at how San Diego is represented with the Ducks' recent string of W's and scrappy comebacks. San Diego Gulls 2025 All-Star, right-wing Sam Colangelo has been scorching hot. The 2020 second-round pick has scored in 4 straight games with the Ducks since his most recent call-up on February 27th. It is the longest streak by any NHL rookie this season and tied for the second longest rookie run in Ducks franchise history. The 23-year-old Colangelo, who also led the Gulls with 19 goals in 38 games at the time of his recall, has collected 6 goals and 7 points in 20 NHL appearances this season. After securing an empty netter against the Islanders, he had his first multi-goal game in the NHL on March 9th. The 23-year-old Colangelo is the eldest of the newly formed Sparkplug Kid line of Anaheim. Goaltender Ville Husso was recalled from San Diego on March 11th and saw his first game as a Duck on March 12th against Utah. Husso was acquired from the Detroit Red Wings and assigned to San Diego on February 24th. And since then, he has posted a 4-1-0 record with 2 shutouts in 5 appearances with San Diego this season. He has combined for a 12-5-0 record in 18 AHL games with San Diego and Grand Rapids this season, posting 4 shutouts, a 2.68 goals against average, and a .913 save percentage, ranking 4th amongst AHL goaltenders in shutouts. The Ducks also have recalled left wing Nikita Nesterenko from San Diego on March 14th. In this most recent call-up, he has scored goals in consecutive games against the Dallas Stars on March 18th and the St. Louis Blues on March 16th, marking his first back-to-back goal-scoring games in his NHL career. The 2023 trade acquisition from the Minnesota Wild has played in 10 games for the Ducks this season, recording a total of 3 goals and 10 points. This season with San Diego, Nesterenko has accumulated 34 points, with 13 goals and 21 assists, and was the first player in Gulls history to record consecutive 4-point performances against the Coachella Valley Firebirds and March 1st against the Bakersfield Condors. California is synonymous with good sushi. In an effort to assimilate to the San Diego food scene, we took a few players to one of the best sushi restaurants in town, The Joint Sushi and Tapas, for a lesson in the art of sushi making.
Hey Gulls fans, we're here with Marco at The Joint, and today we're going to learn how to make some sushi.
All right, what's up guys? We're gonna do a few rolls today, and then we're gonna kind of check it out, have a little Iron Chef Gulls style. So we're gonna start off with a spicy tuna roll, which basically just grab a clump of rice like that, dunk it here on the nori, that's the seaweed, spread it out, hit it with a dash of sesame seeds. Then we'll take a little bit of cucumber, not too much. Then we get our spicy tuna, boom. Now we're gonna take this guy, tuck it on over, kind of so it's got a little bit of a lip there. Pinch it in, boom, flip it over, just like that.
I know we're not going to make it look that easy.
All right, so I like Travis's portions. I'm going to Travis's house for dinner.
Yeah, he has to cook.
Oh, what's the chef at your house?
Probably DoorDash. At our house? Nothing wrong with that.
All right, looking good.
By the way, Lopes.
Nice.
Yeah, we take care of our people with the portion sizes over here. You guys are skimping.
I don't just want my customers to have one tuna roll and get out of here. I have multiple rolls.
The final step comes presentation.
Presenting spicy tuna roll.
I'm presenting a version of a spicy tuna roll. Then to something edible. Barely.
Yeah, into the big blade, yeah. Chef, it's fantastic.
Hear that?
It's fantastic.
Where'd you learn how to roll soup?
In Ashland, Oregon, of all places, from a guy from Japan named Michael Okayama. Always got to give props. Be able to do it here in Ocean Beach is a blast. Be able to work with you guys, man, here in San Diego. What a dream show.
Yeah, this place is
in San Diego to work in hockey.
Now we're rolling sushi.
Yeah. So we've already seen some excellent rolls all across the cutting board. So now this is a Iron Chef Gulls style challenge. So chefs, to your stations. Fight.
Go with the spicy salmon here. Maybe add some sauce at the end. We'll see how it looks.
I thought you were doing your redemption after that first roll.
I can tell we're already going to have some variety across the board. It's going to come down to the presentation on this one.
Well, you guys might be in trouble on this one.
Wow.
I'd probably send that back to the chef, Warzy. Mine's gonna be the everything roll.
The everything?
Oh yeah.
I like it.
The old smorgasbord.
We'll have to get the Gulls roll going. You might be creating the new
featured
the new
roll
special.
for
Yeah,
one.
we may do
Featured roll.
Got avocado and crab on top. Like what Howie's up to here.
Look into this spicy mayo.
Oh yeah.
Oh. You got something spicier I can put on top?
How much spicier? I have a little bit spicier, and then I also have way spicier. Lo familia?
Way spicier.
Way spicier?
Yeah.
Insane, crazy, driving Miss Daisy spicy?
Yeah.
Let's go.
That's too spicy for me.
This is sanity. Looks like death.
Oh my god.
Dave's insanity.
That let me get you a spoon for that, because oh my god, a little bit of this goes a long, long way.
Throw some color on there.
There you go.
The cutting is the problem. I just ruined it.
Presenting the Gulliver.
All right, let's get in here and try the Gulliver. It's absolutely fantastic. Good stuff. I'm scared, man.
Yeah, me too.
Presenting the fireball.
That's a good name.
Yeah.
All right. I would call it the I'm not crying, you're crying roll. Fantastic.
Presenting the Igor Sidorov roll.
I love the presentation here. Got a lot of decorative saucing. Very nice stuff.
Get your paws in there. Yeah, don't be shy.
I love it.
Oh my. This is the on top and square.
I like it. On top and square.
Yep.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Yeah, you got some good rolls here, man. All were excellent. I'd have to say the winner of the Gulls Iron Chef Challenge has to be the fireball roll. I did not expect it. I thought it was going to be unconscious for this part of the rest of it, but man, that was excellent. Yeah, fantastic. Yeah, well, stick to us all around, man.
Yeah, appreciate it. Thank you so much.
So much, man.
Thank you. That was so fun, guys.
Coming up, from Michael Jordan to Mike Tyson, San Diego Gulls photographer Andy Hayt shares some of his favorite photos from his career as a sports photographer. Right here on Gulls All Access, presented by California Coast Credit Union.
Join us for Fan Appreciation Night on Saturday, April 19th as the Gulls battle the Coachella Valley Firebirds at 6 p.m. The celebration kicks off at 4 p.m. with a pre-game tailgate featuring live music, beer and food specials, games, and so much more. Be one of the first 8,000 fans inside the arena and receive a Gulls baseball third jersey, brought to you by Bill Howe Plumbing, Heating, and Air. Secure your seats now at sandiegogulls.com/tickets.
Welcome back to Gulls All Access, presented by California Coast Credit Union. And now, it's time for part 2 of our sit-down interview with Gulls photographer Andy Hayt. A lot of Gulls stuff in 8 years, but you have an entire career to kind of look for. You brought some of your favorites to look through.
Yeah, just some of the old stuff.
Just old stuff. It's iconic stuff. I mean, look at, you mentioned Okovi's one of your favorite players that you got to photograph, and we'll start off with that one here.
Now that I think was the first championship that he won with Shaq, and that was right after the buzzer went off. They won the game, and that was it. They'd won the championship. It was kind of different because I was shooting on the floor, and I knew it was going to get rushed on the floor, and I didn't want to get caught. And I thought that if I went up into the stands about 12 rows with a camera with a little bit longer lens and waited for this, and I got lucky. Love seeing Kobe play. Love seeing Jordan. Jordan's my favorite player. If anybody asks me who the best player is, no question, that's the guy. It's funny, I mean, I look back at the stuff of Jordan in particular, like I look at the flu game and where he had the flu against Utah, and I know that I made the picture that everybody looks at for the flu game. And when they did the big special on Netflix, it was nice to see pictures that I had taken be used in that, because it was just all of a sudden there was sort of, in my head, there was a little bit of historical validation to it.
Yeah.
This was Mr. Tatis's first game that he ever played as a uniformed Padre in a major league, not a preseason game. And it was the first time he'd walked out to the field in a major league park right before the game. So it's kind of a special moment. I don't think anybody's ever really seen the picture, but it's actually, of all the pictures I've taken of the Padres, it's one of my favorites. This probably was the favorite picture of Ken Caminiti, who was everybody's favorite Padre for a long time, other than Tony Gwynn. Coach Landry, super nice man. He was another one of those. It was like the really great coaches, they'd just go out on the field and they'd start talking to you. You wouldn't necessarily have to talk to them. They just start talking to you about anything. And super nice man. That was a game against the 49ers, Candlestick.
Dunk contest?
Slam dunk contest, 1987. And at the arena in Seattle. But it's just like one of those moments where it was like, he just was so spectacular and so athletic. He could do anything. This is probably my favorite picture I ever took when I worked at the Padres. It was after they had beaten Atlanta to go to the World Series. They were goofing around in the clubhouse after the celebration. Trevor Hoffman and Caminiti just hit that spontaneously, and I got a frame off.
Iron Mike?
Scary.
Yeah.
Scary. There'd always be a point where you could just tell there was this mental switch that gets thrown in his head. It's frightening to watch because you can tell he's holding nothing back, and the other person's going to go down or get hurt.
Andy, thanks for spending some time and going through some of the archives with us. It's amazing to see the career, and we're very fortunate to have you at the San Diego Gulls.
I love being here. I love working for the team, and it's a great sport to photograph. The hardest one to shoot, and also probably the best people. So thank you, Aaron. I really appreciate it.
We appreciate you.
Thank you.
That's a wrap for this show. Join us next time for our final episode of the season. Thanks for watching Gulls All Access, presented by California Coast Credit Union.